Okay, so we're going to continue. I think the last video I had just a single white base. This time I'm going to use white and I'm going to add like a navy blue color. I saw a wonderful pour and I want to do that, so this time I'm going to add the navy blue, probably diagonal or half and half. I think I might do, I'll do it straight down the middle, and then that way it'll come out pretty okay. All right, so here goes. I will do a little of the white first, and then I will do the blue later. So I'll put the white on, and I'll do it with one hand, and then I will do the blue. Maybe I'll take this, run it over the sides. And run it straight down the middle and everything. Make it, all right. I love painting, but it can be really messy. And I think this is flowing, and I want it to flow and flux out a little bit. All right, and then I'll go over and get a piece of paper towel to wipe some of the white paint off, just so that it will not get onto the blue. It's inevitable, it's gonna mix in at some point, but I don't want it to mix in just yet. All right, so I'm gonna do a blue line down the middle, and I'll pour the blue on so that it can be in the middle. I'll leave a little bit in there just for the other part of it. Okay. Let that drip run over the sides. All right. I should have used that spatula to kind of flux it out, but I think it's gonna flux out on its own. You know. Yeah. Painting on the canvas, these canvases are already primed, and you never know how the paint's gonna balance out on it, you know, so I think it's kind of thin. If you see, I'm gonna get the little thing here and kind of ooze across it. Yeah, that kind of helped. So it's my fake spatula to kind of smooth the paint out across the canvas. Yeah. Okay, that worked perfectly. Yeah, that worked out really nicely. To get the surface smooth. All right, so I'm gonna step around on the other side. See, I'm using one hand as blue and the other hand as white. So I'm stepping to, and I'll get the popsicle stick, and I'll come back across just to make sure that the surface is smooth. You know, the paint on there is like, a lot of people will use water and the paint, you know, and I mixed in a splash of water and the Floetrol, you know, so maybe next time I'll use water to see how that turns out, but right now I'm just gonna stick to the Floetrol. The other painting that I did yesterday, and I'll put a picture of it up, but it's drying pretty well. And I was like, wow, that dried really nicely. So, yeah, so we'll see what happens. Now I'm gonna take my gloves off The only reason that you need the gloves on is probably for this part. The rest of it is kind of basic and really easy to do. So I'll take these gloves off and kind of throw them away. Then I'll come back around to the other side. I forgot my little hair dryer, so I'll bring it around with me when I come back around so that we can kind of do a blow. And I also got a, I also got the straw so that we can see the effects that we'll get from the straw. I might try, as a matter of fact, I think I'm gonna try with this straw. I'll have the hair dryer here on hand and ready, but I think that I might want to try the straw to see what kind of effects I can get with it. All right, so as normal, I put a little bit more of the silicone in so that we could see how that's gonna turn out. So I'll pour some of these out, and this is the last little drips of the paint. So what I'll do is pour, let's see, maybe I'll go straight down the middle to make sure. Oops, that's a little bit too much, but I like that. Let's see, foam, green, or it's not aqua. I guess it's aqua, but I'll, just make it, put it down the middle. Want that all the way to the end. So put a little bit more to the end there. I don't worry so much about splashes. If I have a splash or something, it's gonna do what it needs to do anyway. So, just put it down the middle there. And it's gonna end up all over the place anyway. So, why try to control it? I ended up wrapping, putting some saran wrap over the leftover paint yesterday, and it didn't dry. It didn't have like a little plastic coat that comes over, when you have like a layer of paint drying. So yeah, I can't wait to get back to using my little apparatus that I made some time ago to catch the paint, to see how we can get some, the little drippings of the paint to turn into something. I still have to do something with those, and I might do that later on. But right now, I think we'll just stick to this. All right, now what I'm gonna do is put like a little of the white along the edges here to just make sure that it stretches out a little bit, or at least protects the edges. And I'll come back with this blue. Oh yeah, I see some cells developing already, but I'll just put this here as reinforcement around the edges. And then I will use the, all right, I'm just gonna give it a blow with the dryer, the hair dryer. I'll put it on low and kind of blow it over, and then I'll use the straw to kind of get some other effects. All right, so. Okay, it's on low. Here we go. All right, now I'll come around to this side and I'll blow with the white and blow it back in the other direction. Let's see. Okay, I couldn't turn it off there. All right, it did something unique, and I like what it did, but I'm going to, like with that blue down here, see if I can get some blue to come over that. All right, yeah, to kind of camouflage that a little bit. All right, now I'm going to use my straw and kind of blow out the edges of it to see how that's gonna look. All right, so let's try. Ooh, that's turning out really nicely. Ooh. Yeah, all right. So I'm gonna come around to this side. I'm so excited with this. I tried to get those little imperfections at the bottom or the splatters of paint to just go on and splash off and everything. That kind of turned out really, really neato. Yeah. All right, so I would like a little more red in it. I don't think I'm gonna blow it out anymore. Let's try, well, I like the way it looks right now. So let me do one thing. It has that water kind of look, a nautical look to it, huh? All right, let's go back around on this side and see. All right. Perfecto. I'm gonna stop it right there and kind of leave it. All right. Well, like I said, you know, it's everything is different to everyone, you know, and I just really like what I've done here. I'm gonna get a clean popsicle stick and kind of run it around some of the edges here. And I think we have a winner. Yes, I do. All right. Yeah, this is around the white edge. You know, like the edges are relative, but I think that these are, you know, just amazing. All right, and blue's my favorite color. If you haven't paid attention to some of the things that I've done, I've always referred to blue as being one of my favorite colors. Huh. All right, voila, I'm done. All right, time to go out for some sun. I might walk down to the National Mall to kind of take a look and see what's down there, but have a good Sunday. Thanks for paying attention.